Because he's so cute. Because she's so cute. What up, Shell?
Hi.
What's going on?
I was having so many other business calls this morning, so I was like so in and out. What's going on? Oh, I have an immediate question. What the heck is going on with the new Google Business Profile? They're like hiding all the products and services and updates and everything. It looks totally different in the last couple days.
Oh, it's probably in your area. Mine looks.
Brandy's nodding.
No,
Did you
I noticed because I had checked out my two that I have from my other Gmail account. That's not my business one. And I couldn't see the products and services from a consumer standpoint.
Nope. I like did some research and apparently that's like it just started and they're really focusing. Obviously it'll still help you with SEO and all of that, but they're totally focused on reviews and photos. Like that's what they want people to see. So honestly, it makes it super hard to audit because the only way you can see their pictures or the updates and services is if you type in the name of whatever company exactly into Google, then it pulls it up like kind of like makes it half of the page on the screen, right? And then it shows it there. But when you're just typing in like tattoos Hollywood or skincare or whatever, it doesn't show it anymore. It hides it all.
Okay, so don't panic.
No, I'm not panicking. I was just doing work last night and I was like, I was so tired. I was like, what is wrong with me? I'm like retarded right now. And then I was like, oh wait, no, this is like a thing. There's something happening that I don't know about. But I was just trying to audit something and I was like, I can't even audit right now. Like this is going to be so interesting. I mean, you still can if you go into each Google Business Profile separately, typing it in Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at
By the way, Shell, I washed my hair just for you tonight.
I was looking at it. I was like, oh, her hair. She's got some Blake Lively going on over there. It's all like flowy. I noticed right away.
Well, you wore your hair down too, so I think that's funny.
I know. Well, my hair's so curly. I haven't styled it like this in like, I don't know, probably almost 2 years. And then I just did it and I'm like, I'm doing a lot of dry shampoo this week.
Wow.
let me look at something. I'm researching it. Hold on, guys.
Well, if you ever need
no worries.
stuff, that's my second business. So just shout out and I'll get you some good stuff.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Are you a hairstylist?
No, but my sister is. So I just sell the product, but she is she's an actual hairstylist.
Yeah, awesome. What products do you use?
Have you heard of Monate?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's what I have. So it's totally transformed my hair just from like the hard water damage and stuff. And then my temples started thinning. So I've been using it for almost 3 years now. So I've been selling it for 2.
Awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes my kids. I'm going to put you guys on mute for a second.
Brandy, when did you notice this?
2 days ago. Yeah, Monday.
I was working on something 3 days ago, totally normal, and then was checking in last night and was changed. So I'm guessing, yeah, Brandy said 2 days. That sounds about right because 3 days ago it was totally the same.
Very interesting. So I'll tell you what this is all about. Normally. More. Although I'm having a heck of a time changing my location back to normal. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me turn this off. Okay. Now, Boy, this GS locator sometimes, man, just blows. Like, I turned it off and it still thinks I'm in Kansas.
It's totally done that to me too. It's so lame sometimes.
It's so terrible. Well, I guess we'll just play with Kansas.
Hey, I know Kansas.
Yeah, the problem with Kansas though is I can't bring up one of mine because it's like I know which ones are. All right, let me change. Let me try and change it. Hold on. So I'm gonna give you what I think is happening, and I don't think it's gonna stick. All right, here we go. Wow. So good news is the good news is my plum is ranking second, which never happens. So that's strange. So let's look at what's going on. More about, yeah. You got to click in the more about.
It's not even showing that on my end though. It only shows, it doesn't have more or about when I look
Yeah,
at
I
it.
couldn't find it either. Mine either.
But
So-
you're Apple, but John, you're not Apple, right? You're different. Maybe it's just Apple. No.
Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if it's going to show all my windows. Hold on. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is me searching in a different Chrome profile than here. This is the Chrome profile that's connected to all my profiles. And so I don't like taking information from here because obviously my Chrome profile remembers that I'm a manager. So it's never accurate, right? Because I can see the back end here, and it will show everything about my stuff. But if I do a search in a different one, right, here's where he's coming up second, and I click on him, he's coming up here, and I had to click on more about all the way here at the bottom. And
yeah,
then
I didn't see that on mine when I was looking. I don't know if Shell did, but I didn't see that on my end.
And then we'll open up these updates and services. So
I did find that tab last night and I did exactly what you said, not in my own business profile, different one, logged out. And when I got to that part, it like rerouted me somewhere else. It wouldn't let me click on that. But that's still really weird also that you have to go all the way down there to do that.
Like, I feel like who's going to do that, you know?
Right,
I'm gonna
but
tell you
people, we
who's
know
gonna
that
do it.
people aren't really clicking on this anyway. But for audits, I think it's important.
So I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm going to be Zach Coder and tell you that because oh my God, he murdered me with that statement. If I said no one's going to click on that, and I mean, and I agree with you, Shell. And he caught me so hard one day. Here's the deal: if you got A tattoo service and B tattoo service and C tattoo service, and they've all got 20 reviews at 5 stars, how are you going to know who to call?
Yeah, you're going to be like me.
So-
You're going to start digging around and researching.
Right. Or you're just going to call number one, which is another factor, right? Which is, okay, let's get you to number one. But I did a pitch like this about 2 weeks. I told you guys on the call last week or the week before, with the elimination of the call button, that more things are probably coming that will be eliminated because they want you to click into the profile. You remember me saying that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is almost proof that, well, it is proof that what is in your profile is going to matter more and more and more and more as AI takes over searches. Because AI can see all that behind the scenes. Human can't. So how's it getting ranked? So you'd have to go in, right, for audit purposes, it's going to be a little longer. You'd have to go into the back end and show people like what it looks like, but that's fine because nobody knows, right? We know. So it's a big like, oh, how are we going to do our job? Your clients don't know. It's just another doorway that we have to open, and we have to educate that. I didn't even know this was happening until you just told me. But it's just proof that Google wants us to open profiles, right? Are they going to take all this optimization away from us? I don't see how. We're still going to have the right to post pictures. We still want to have the right to talk about our properties, our digital properties. So that would be crazy if they did. But they're trying to control what can be seen and making the person dig a little deeper, which is giving the profile more value. Way more value. It's not apples to apples, right? And I also believe that ranking because of position is going to go away. I feel like ranking because of content and reviews. Now, you said something, Shell. You said something like they're going towards a more, review, value, importance of reviews.
Yeah,
and
photos and reviews. Yeah.
And you found that, and you got that answer from AI?
Yeah, I looked at AI and then I also just threw it into Google as well to be like, what's the purpose for all of this? And it was all saying the same thing, which makes sense of what you're saying, which is what I deducted, that, yeah, they want people to start actually like looking at stuff and not just going off of like, oh, here's this over here. Like they want to hide certain things and promote other things in order to have more like activity, it seems like. And to
Correct.
also make people, I think, dig a little more.
Correct. Which is not a bad thing for us.
Well, and that would help us sell too, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's the sell. Like, it's not they are going to click into your profile, and what are they going to see? They're going to open the door to Hollister. Are they going to see all the clothes on the floor, or are they going to see them nicely and tightly folded and people waiting for you? Right? So it just makes this even more important. And then, of course, the result is rank, right? So digital brand and content will lead to rank. And I believe that our whole industry is kind of going towards that. Let's get you ranked based on your reputation, not based on your position or your location. I can't stand that a Google profile is a map product. I cannot stand it. I don't like it. It should be both. It should be a map product and a who's the best product. And I think Google's trying to merge those two by not letting you see everything and making the public dig a little bit. But I'm going to do a video on this today and post it, actually, because there's another answer. The other answer is Google might be testing their algorithms. And they did this about a year ago and everything disappeared. Everything. Updates, products, everything disappeared. You couldn't do nothing. And we were down for about 2 weeks. Like the profiles were there, but you couldn't show anything. And so we told everybody in the group, look, don't mess with your profiles too much. Like there's something going on. And then it all got straightened out. Just like, I don't know if you guys remember a few months ago where if you did a search, only like 10 would come up and you couldn't go to page 2. There was no page 2. You were all of a sudden in Google Places, which I don't even know what that is. You were in this, it was Google Places. It wasn't Google Search and it wasn't Google Maps. And it just dead ended with like 10 listings and you couldn't see the rest of the businesses. Within like 3 days, it was back to normal. So my point is this is either a view of things to come, or it's just Google's being Google. And both those answers can be true at the same time. Make sense?
So, okay, I have a question then when you're talking about kind of all these weird changes that Google's doing, because I'm a visual person. So for me, when I feel like when it comes to the pitching side of it, especially living here, because, I want to find X, Y, and Z stores or cafes or whatever. So I Google literally everything. So in my brain, when you're talking about Hollister, I'm thinking like, okay, if there was a store, if there's the same store, one very close to me that I could walk to, or one that I might have to take the metro to, but it was the better ranking one. For instance, Zara, we have a Zara here, and there was one close to me, but then there's a bigger, better one over by the Opera House. I took the train onto the bigger, better one, even though I could walk to the smaller, not as great one. But because the bigger, better one had better reviews and more information that I could look at before I went there, it was worth my time. So I feel like if I'm going to sell digital storefront in a sense, would it be like, okay, so you have a pretty, like you want their Google profile to look pretty, like a Windows store front, like a window, window shopping. Because in Paris, that's a big deal. And we window shop everything. So you want a very beautiful display, but you also want when your customer walks in, like you said, you want a really clean storefront, something that reflects your window display. So can you sell the digital? Because I'm just trying to find a different angle to sell or to pitch or to draw interest in what I'm doing. So if I sell it of like, think of like a storefront, but this is digital now because everything's moving to digital and it has been for a long time. Get your digital real estate looking good now, and then let's clean up your store on the inside. So when people shop for you, you'll be the one they choose because
I agree. I agree with everything you're saying.
Okay.
I agree with everything you're saying. Depends on the industry, right? And are they going to care, right? Okay. Like, does a contractor care? I mean, if I'm a roofer, I should care. If I'm a painter, I should care. I want them to see the end product, right? If I'm a plumber, do I care so much? I don't know. Electrician, I don't know. Those aren't really visuals, right? So maybe it's industry driven, but like beauty, like food, beauty, like gyms, yeah, of course. I mean, it's all about what you're looking at. Yeah.
Gyms would be a great one. Yeah, I keep forgetting about gyms.
Yeah, yoga places, spas, all the peptide and med places, tattoo places, right? Everything. People shop because of the cover of the book. Unfortunately, that's what they do. They don't open up the book and read the first chapter, right? So yes, you're 100% right. I love that pitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we don't know if this is going to stick. Really weird. Like I said, I didn't even know this was happening until Shell brought it up. But I can tell you right now that on my phone, it's the old way. It's the way we were used to. I just did plumbers near me, and I'm seeing products and updates in real time. So that's what leads me to believe sometimes it's just a glitch, because Google, this location might be a little different than my computer. I mean, my computer's not even agreeing with where I am. It thinks still thinks I'm in Kansas. So it also is usually region driven, so they don't test everything at the same time around the world. And that's what happened with that last little glitch. Like half of us saw it and half of us didn't even see it. I saw it. I went down for 2 weeks. I want to look at this again in real time. I want to see if these other plumbers.
I did it from my phone too, John, because I was like, okay, maybe it's just my computer, and it's set on my phone, so it could just be the region that I'm in, right? I'm on West Coast, you're on East Coast, so maybe.
So your stuff was hidden too?
On my phone. It was.
On
I was
your phone?
actually updating
on
from
your phone?
Okay. I'm gonna cut out for like 5 as soon as I get reception again.
Okay, cool. Jarrett's on the call. Yeah, he's still on the call. Mandy's on the call. Can you see us, Mandy? Can you hear us? Can we see you?
Yes, I can see you. Let me turn on my camera.
So you're probably like, what is going on? What are they talking about? Why is Google disappearing?
No, it's okay. I'm just a sponge right now. I'm just a sponge.
I think I see red.
Me too. What?
Oh, you do? Okay.
I don't know why it's not coming. This is my issue, you guys. I'm like a grandma with technology. So, but I'm learning. It's okay.
I was like a great grandmother. I was.
Okay. That makes me feel way better,
I
actually.
was.
Because you're
I
a
was.
pro.
Nobody, I think Jared's been in the group a while, but nobody in this group like knew less about tech than me. Nobody. Nobody. I tend not to pay too much attention to it, which is
Okay.
weird. So that's fine. I don't know. Maybe I think we're looking at the back of your finger.
Oh my God, you guys, I don't know.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
We'll figure it out one day.
How long you been in the group, Mandy?
3 weeks.
Okay. And have you watched any of the modules?
Yes, quite a few. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a mix of modules in there, right? Me, Derek, and Zach.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. And then what is your intention and grasp on this whole thing? And like, why did you get, I already know why Brandy and Jared got involved because they're students in another group with me, but why the interest in Google Profiles?
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom
Mhm.
and I teach yoga classes on the side, and I'm also an at-home caregiver just because all my kids are now in school, but I just feel frustrated sometimes that I'm pulled away from home, but I'm still not making any money. So when this popped up, I can see the potential in it. I can see the need for it. And so that was really interesting to me. And I love that I can do it from home. That is amazing. So
How many kids?
3 boys,
How old?
12, 10, and 7.
Okay. So they're all in school.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. And then you teach yoga, what, in the morning or something?
Right now I'm actually just on a sub basis. I used to teach a few times a week, but now just as a sub because I want to dedicate more time to figuring this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do a little, I'm sure you've done this already, but I'm going to do it anyways. What's the name of this yoga joint?
Oh, I just do it at the YMCA.
Give me another yoga joint.
There's a Pilates studio that's nearby. What's it called? But I loved it. I went there for a little bit. But,
what town are you in?
oh, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska.
Warren Buffett.
Yep.
My
Loft
church is in Omaha.
Loft Pilates, Rich Movement, Core 10,
No.
Pilates Center, Club Pilates.
Club Pilates.
Club Pilates is a franchise.
Yeah, it's the one on Maple. Oh, okay. So that's not like a little.
So I want to show you something. We're just going to use Pilates as an example.
Okay.
So let me back up. And we're going to do this like, all right. Is that where you live? Yeah, you live there, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So you have taken Pilates. You love it. And you Googled Pilates near me or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And these 3 came up as the top 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to look 1, 2, 3. You're going to look down here a little bit. And you're going to look at someone who pays attention, but not too much attention. So like this guy's paying attention a little bit, right? He's got 57 reviews. Boy, all these people should be out of business. Like they're just not paying attention.
Right.
You know, like Core 10 is doing a good job. Like, look at this. These people are paying attention. Like they got 200 reviews, 5 stars. That's who I'm going to. So you're going to use them as an example.
Okay.
To the pitch that you're going to give this guy.
Okay.
So we're going to look at this guy. And apparently we got to look at down here because Google's playing with us this week. If you heard that conversation before about
I came in the middle of it.
Yeah, usually when you pull this up, you can see updates and products. And for some reason, that's been hiding from us today over the past 48 hours. So you have to scroll all the way down and click more. And this is their profile here on the right, and they have nothing. So they don't have any They don't have any products. They don't have any updates. They have a link to Instagram, and that's it. They have a website. They have some reviews. We don't know how they're responding. So are they responding to their reviews? No. Okay. So this is the guy you go after, and you're like, you know, I was looking for a Pilates studio to go to and connection to what I do, or you could just kind of like catfish them and go for a free session and see if you like the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I want to see if the other place is doing a good job because I like it. I like that this one here. Brandy, this is annoying, huh? This whole can't see anything on their profile.
It's
Yeah, no
annoying.
doubt.
So here we go. So I clicked in and they have updates. So this just takes our video a little bit longer. Like, what am I trying to find? I'm trying to find products and updates, right? You guys can see this. So
Yes.
they're doing a decent job, right? But this was December. They need to do it more often. November. It looks like they were in there quite a bit in November, you know, but they're not using it correctly. They don't have any content here. They have like minimal content. We want lots more content. Pictures are great. So that's not working for them, but they're ranking really well, probably because of the reviews. They're replying to the reviews. Yeah, but they're not replying the way we would reply. Right? We want to say who we are, what we do, and where we do it. Like always naming our name, the cities we service. But this is pretty good. So they're driving business. Ooh, this is really good here. This is a good reply. So they're doing a good job, right? And so you would compare the Google profile you're going after with this one, and then you would show one of either mine or you can always use mine. You know, these are the updates that they're doing, but we're going to do them bigger, right? We're going to have a lot more content here, right? A lot more content.
Yeah.
And we're going to build out product pages for you that they haven't done. So all this needs, look at all these products. So the deeper you go in a profile, the more you're going to find. And so this is a very robust profile. Where this one's about, I give this one like a B-, and that other one, this guy, he's like a C-, right? He's got 57 reviews. Like these pictures are, I don't know, he probably put all these in the beginning. Like it's a little wonky that they're black and white, right? So he probably did all that at once, but there's nothing else going on here.
Right. Okay.
All this stuff here is just other things that are connected in the internet. This is his social media that Google's allowing us to see. But if you click in, there's no updates and there's no products. There's nothing.
Okay.
It makes our pitch a little longer based on what we know about what we had access to a few days ago. It's really kind of strange that that's missing. Another thing, oh, he does have an address. Yeah, you better have an address. So that's how we find places to work with. Like he is the perfect client to work with. He needs like probably a dozen more reviews to get this up to 5 stars. Well, let's teach him how to do that. And that's all in the modules. So this is someone I would go after for sure. I mean, obviously they care about their image. Look at how sleek their pictures are. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely care about their image. This is a pretty sweet website. Let's see. Like all this, like all this needs to be on their profile. So sometimes I use this as the pitch too. Like, guys, all this needs to be on your profile. All of it.
Okay, because that drives Google to push it up higher so people can find it.
Yes, it's connected. So, well, they got multiple locations. Interesting.
Oh, sweet.
And they're probably, yeah, this is something that Chet would go after, right? But they're
because then that's multiple GBPs. Right?
Yeah, there would be multiple GBPs. I'm sure if we look this up right here, where there's another GBP attached to it. So you're dealing with I'm surprised they don't have anybody. Yep. Oh, that's the
I was
same
in a
one?
blackout spot. What location is this in for Mandy?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay. Legree, just to let, I don't know if you don't know anything about it. Super rich people go to this. It is bank-ola. So keep that in mind when pitching them. They can afford to pay you your Google business profile. I get that it's Nebraska, but Legree is like Hampton level people go to Legree.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, they're not paying any attention to their profiles, which is not cool. Which one are you talking about, Shal?
You were looking at Legree, right? That's what she was just, you were, this whole page that it's the style of workouts or fitness that people like to do.
I'm looking at Plank.
Oh, what was the thing you just had pulled up though on the website? You
Scroll
said it's
down.
really sleek.
Yeah.
Go
Scroll
back.
down a little.
If you look down, it says Legree. Yeah, right there, Legree Fitness on the
I-
Google
Where's this?
page. When you're searching on Google,
Over here?
yeah, scroll down just a little. And that first website says PLNK Legree Fitness. That's the type of fitness that they do. High intensity, low impact. Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. Legree.
Yeah, but people that do that, like if you think people are spending a lot of money at the like reformer Pilates, this is like on crack. They just charge so much money to be a part of this.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're not spending any attention. They're not paying any attention to their profiles. Nothing here. Are they even? Yeah, and they're not even thanking their reviews, barely. This one.
Okay. So I can put that on my list of someone to.
Yeah,
Go for
this is a big hitter. Like you may want to keep this one in your back pocket.
Okay.
This is a big hitter. So there's a guy in the group that goes after only brands that have multiple locations. It's kind of cool. So he's going after brands that have multiple locations so he can get multiple Google profiles at the same time so that his posts are all, aligned. He doesn't have to do 5,000 different things for 5,000 different clients.
Right.
So
no, that makes sense.
he got like 4 or 5 locations for like dog grooming and kennel place, and then he's working on an accountant that has multiple locations. So that's going to be his niche. He's not going to say no to single places either, but this would align with what he does. And so he's making a name for himself in the group because this is his kind of gig. And he's probably one of the best salesmen that we've seen in the group. He's just really smooth, really, really smooth. So it'd be interesting to see if he pitched something like this. But yeah, this is a good one for you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. What's up, Austin?
Hey, how's it going?
I think I saw you in the group yesterday. Or you commented on something of mine?
Yeah. I've this is my first time coming to one of these specific for the, what do they call them? GBP. It's different than the audits, right? What is this?
So this is eventually going to be fulfillment.
Fulfillment. Okay.
But until we have a lot of things to fulfill, we can talk about anything.
That's
we can
awesome.
talk about anything Google profile related. So
That's right.
What we were talking about was the visuals that we are seeing today in search seem to have changed over the past 48 hours, meaning that before where we could see products and updates right on the page, right on the cover, right on what we're looking at, it's hidden. You got to scroll all the way down and click more. On my mobile device, I can still see it. Shell can't. She's in California. Google tends to tweak things regionally. So again, this has happened. I've been in the group 2 years. This has happened probably 3 times, and it all went back to normal with the exception of the disappearance of the call button. So there's a call button that you can only get on the front of your GBP if you run ads. So they've taken it away from the organic Google profile unless you just click on it. If you click on the profile, you can call from it, but you can't call from it just from that list anymore.
Oh man.
We've seen these changes, and again, that's the only change I've ever seen stick, other than they took away the Q&A as well, which I'm glad they did. That was just a horrible place to optimize. I couldn't stand it. So they've taken away the Q&A too, which I'm glad they did. They're making people, we didn't even talk about that when they took the Q&A away. They took the Q&A away about 3-4 months ago, and we all just was like, who cares? Because it's a pain in the butt, right? We were optimizing the Q&A, and it said owner to owner, unless you got your, your cousin to write a question to some random Google profile, and you answered it for them. So we're all kind of glad the Q&A went away, because it really.
Okay, that's not a part of it anymore.
If it's on there, it's because it's old. You can't optimize it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like in the back end, I'm looking at my back end for my plumber. There's no Q&A there, but he had one, so it could still be on the front end. Like they didn't just delete the questions for the old questions. Although I don't see his anywhere, so maybe they did. It's always the Q&A was always hard to find, and they moved it around so many times. They might have gotten rid of it all completely, but whatever. My point being that we didn't even talk about why Google might have eliminated it. So that's kind of making sense, right? They want people to dig further into the profile. They want people to see the brand. And I'm going to keep believing that until the brand part of it goes away. And how could they take the brand part of it away if they want to sell ads? Right? That's the main goal here, right? That's why Google profiles were originally made so we could use them in maps. It was GMB, Google My Business. And then it kind of became an entity of its own, and they started adding all these tools that we could optimize. And now we can see some leverage by optimizing Google profiles in conjunction with location. So that leads us to where we are today. And Google keeps playing with these things. And from my point of view, it keeps playing with these things because it wants clients to press into the Google profile, which makes our job even more valuable. To think otherwise, well, I don't need to optimize my profile because nobody's going to see anything on the front anyways. Well, that's just like saying you don't have to clean the inside of your store. Like Brandy said, as long as the front looks good, you can go in and there can be shirts and pants on the floor. Or you can go in a restaurant, as long as the outside looks good, the food doesn't need to be good. Are you crazy? You know what I mean? So the inside of the digital properties are going to matter more, which I dig, right? It's going to make the Loom videos a little strange, but you would just use a couple scenarios to show what you're talking about, because it is a little convoluted trying to find what you're looking for. So Austin, talk to me about this Loom.
Yeah, so this is a potential client. I actually reached out to a remodeling business that I've been doing work with.
Wait, first of all,
my house.
But first, the group wants to know why you have such a cool microphone.
Oh, I'm actually I do a lot of YouTube podcast stuff, some streaming, some gaming. So I've got a pretty decent setup, but it's so yeah, hence the mic.
Every time I see something like that and go over a friend's house and I see the guy's office with all 5 screens.
Yeah, I've got like 7 screens around me right here. You guys, it's
every time.
Nuts. I've got some here.
Yeah, that's it right there. Every time I see that
with this side, yeah. It's
every time I see that with the cool, look at that chair. That chair looks like you're in Grand Prix. Every time I see that, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. And then instead, I walk around with this rinky-dinky little white laptop and work from everywhere and anywhere.
Work mobily, yeah.
But it just goes to show, right? This can be done from anywhere, which was
that's the beauty.
Yeah, that is the beauty, which was what Mandy was talking about. All right, talk to us.
Yeah, so with this remodeling company, I just called them and I was like, hey, I'm a former client of yours. I would love for an opportunity to send you a quick video that could, help you become a client of mine. And she was like, this sounds amazing. Here's another person, that runs a maid cleaning service that could also benefit from this. So I got a referral and I looked up their business, Made for You, Utah. And it is an interesting, it looks like they do have a Google business profile, but I think it's a service area based business. And so I was kind of hoping I could get some feedback and guidance on how to do this Loom video for Made for You.
Give me the, you know what? Can you present?
Yeah.
Yeah, present. I'm gonna walk you through a couple things. And if you don't have GS locator, that's fine.
I think I do. Let me double check.
Because it's half the time it doesn't even work, but let me know.
Actually, I might need to share this screen instead of a tab. Let me represent.
Why did I freeze?
There we go. How's this?
Yeah, we can see it all.
Okay.
All right, go to made for you. Now, if you were to go into a did you already do the Loom video?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Did you do a search for?
Yes, I did cleaning services near Utah County, and she doesn't pop up at all. And
What city is she in?
that I don't know. I was trying to see if she had an address on here, which is what led me to believe that this is like a service-based business profile and not location
Yeah, it's definitely
Like-
service. It's definitely service based,
or area. Yeah, service area, whatever it is. Yeah.
and that's harder to rank. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
not a reason to not go after them. Oh man, now my camera's not working.
It's like, this is a new section I haven't seen from the owner. I didn't know if that is something we do. She has some photos and videos. She's been responding to reviews
Photos and videos.
decently, but
Keep scrolling down.
got more reviews and web results about this data. Yeah, these are just the web results.
Go scroll all the way down.
This is the bottom.
Yeah. Huh. Go all the way up again. Go all the way to the top. Oh, I'm frozen. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Because that
Yeah.
funny. Go all the way to the top, Austin, of her profile. Is that?
Yep.
Scroll all the way to the top again.
This is the top.
Click
I don't know if it's loading for you. Maybe it's behind.
click on her profile again.
Are you seeing it? Looks like you're muted.
I'm back.
There we go.
Yeah, something's up. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
So you can see my screen. Yeah. So this is the top. This is her profile.
Yeah, so here's the question, right? She's probably not going to rank. You don't know what city she's in. We would need to know that to find.
Mhm.
Go to her website. Does it say anything about where she's located? Hit contact or go all the way to the bottom.
These are the service areas. It's all over
Yeah. Okay.
Utah County. Yeah.
So we don't have access to the back of her GBP. How'd you find her?
She's a referral from a remodeling company person
Okay.
that I spoke to.
Okay. For her, it's going to be more about brand awareness and getting the brand out there than rank. Like, she's in a competitive market and you're probably not going to get an address on that profile. Hi, Mandy.
I did it.
You did it.
It's fine.
You're probably not going to be able to. I'm not saying you can't get her ranked, because the plumber that I just showed you guys earlier, he's ranking second today and he's service area. That's pretty rare. The reason why is he doesn't have a pin on the map and Google's not giving him location preference, right? So location still has a big part of this, because Google profiles are still map products, right? You can get to the same profile in Google Maps In fact, that's how we get to it on our phones, right? If we go to Google Maps on our phones, that's how we find GBPs. On our computer, it's different. We can get there from Google search, and it stays in search rather than takes us to maps. But if you go to maps.google.com and you look her up, you're also going to find her GBP. It just looks a little different, but it's the same thing. So we have to remember that a service area is going to be usually outranked by the people that have pins in those areas.
Right.
That doesn't mean that she can't be helped with your services. Yes, she'll rank better. She should have more. She should update. She should have products on her page. She's got nothing. She's got photos. That's it. She's got reviews, which is great. Is she replying to the reviews?
A day ago. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, so she's paying attention. How many reviews she got?
66.
Okay, so she's paying attention. This is one of those things where I'd probably price it pretty low.
Yeah.
Okay. Like this is like for me, this is like if I was brand new, this is like $100 to $150 account where you're just going to help her build her brand, because it's going to be real hard to get an address on that. Like no one's going to go to her house for services. I mean, no one's going to go to her house to even pay, right? So I have companies like AC guys and plumbers and stuff like that. I can make an argument that clients are going to go and sit with them in an office at their house to make bids, right?
Right.
Or to pick out designs or to buy a garbage disposal from them. We can throw that at Google all day long and make it stick, but it ain't easy. In this case, I don't know how we would pitch that to Google. Like getting an address on a Google profile is very valuable. In this case, I'd probably leave it alone and just optimize it for a pretty fair price. Opposed to your other one, which is a renovation guy.
Yeah, they do remodeling. Yeah, so they're.
And have you done a loom for that yet?
Not yet. I just contacted her this morning, like an hour or two ago, and asked, "Hey, could I send you a video?" And then I've been busy between other work stuff, so I still need to do that video.
So explain to us how you found them.
So I think it was through a Facebook ad. We were looking to remodel our bathroom, and so this was back in like January, and I can't remember exactly who reached out to who first, but I think I probably went to their website and signed up for a call or something, and then $20,000 later, having a bathroom remodeled. It's
with that company.
Yes, with the statewide, and so I told them, as a client of yours, I bet you guys could benefit from having my services, because they're on page 4.
Dude.
And the money that they're missing out on, so that's what I told her. I told her all this that I normally say on a Loom video. I told the receptionist that I've been in contact with for many months now. I told her about what I do and how I could help them. And she was like, "This sounds great. Send me the video. I'll give it to my higher ups." And then she's like, "I also have somebody else in mind that comes and cleans in our office that could also benefit from this." So she gave me that referral to Made For You. So.
Right. So this has an address, obviously. So this is the real deal. So we just did a whole nother call with another group that Brandy is in. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, you've had a relationship with these people. They are missing the boat. They are not too big to ignore this, right? Like, they're lucky they got your business, right? And what he said, I want Mandy, he just said the key words. You're just missing out on so much business. That's the problem. That's the problem you're presenting. If you don't present a problem to a client or a potential client, they're going to blow you off. So the potential is you're missing so much business because your profile's buried amongst others that are paying just a little bit of attention. So let's give this thing some, I say all the things. I'm like, let's give this thing some love and get you up top. Hey, who doesn't want to be up top, right? We all have egos, right? Let's get up top. Let's make the phones ring, right? So love that pitch. Would never say no to the maid, but it's just a totally different monster. I have both of those. And I have service area people who cry to me about not being found on Google. I'm like, look, we got to get you an address, dude. Like I told you that, but again, they pay a lot less. They pay like, 50 to $100 less than my clients who are ranking because of address. It's a lot harder to rank those people unless they're not in a saturated market. I'm astounded today that my plumber's ranking second because he shouldn't be. He's usually like 10th, which is still good for not having an address. Great. I think you knew the answers to all that, Austin, but I'm so glad you brought them up so that people could hear the difference, right? We have an address Google profile and we have a service area Google profile, and I treat them completely different. In fact, there are some people in the group that won't even touch service areas anymore. I do because I believe that brand is important. I believe that no matter what, if someone gets referred to you, they're going to look you up on Google, and what are they going to see? Oh, they're just going to see a blank white page with no reviews or 3 reviews, or are they going to see a robust page with tons of color, tons of pictures, tons of reviews? That's the person I got. Think about Mandy. Do you own a house? Okay. Your friend Jennifer tells you got to use my guy for. Where do you live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Look at all you guys in the Midwest. Jeez. All right, and let's say do you have grass?
Yeah.
Okay. You got sprinklers, or you don't need sprinklers?
We have sprinklers. Yeah.
You have sprinklers. Okay. So your sprinklers are broken. Your husband's like, I'm not doing that anymore. Everything that takes me 20 minutes takes me 2 hours. That's me, right? I'm gonna call a sprinkler guy. I got it. Oh, your friend Jenny says use John the sprinkler guy. Like, all right. Call Johnny up. Johnny, can you come tomorrow morning? Yeah, I'll be there 9 o'clock. Okay. And then you're like, let me look at this. Let me look this guy up. 3 stars. Guy never showed. The sprinkler thing in line he put in broke and he never came back. Common, dude. Common in contractor world, right? You've probably had things break at your house. You can't even get them to show up, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to call that guy, even though Jenny said he was the best guy. He probably had a good day with Jenny. Like everything worked out. He probably had to fix a couple things and she loved him. But you did your homework. I don't care what Jenny said. You're not calling him. Or you call him and you go, Johnny, my friend Jennifer really told me to use you, but I got to be honest with you. You're not looking so hot on Google. I've done this. I just so happen to own a digital agency. This is not a sales pitch because I still need my sprinkler fixed. When you come over, I'll give you the job, but you got to sit down with me for 5 minutes because I'm going to show you how to fix this. If you leave my house and you're like, at least you know how to fix this, great, and we can part ways, and you got business for the day, or I can fix it for you. I've done it. And it works. It works better than cold calling, right?
Yeah, no, that's a great pitch.
So my point being 2 here. 1, if you're a smart consumer, you're always going to look up the product of the person, regardless of where it came from, especially for children, right? You got children, someone tells you to go take this Taekwondo class across town. You look it up and it's got 3.5 stars. You're like, are you kidding me? You're going to go to the guy who's got 5 stars. It's your kids, right? Mm-hmm. Now, sprinklers, we can argue, like, who cares? Like, let me just get some business. Totally different monster. So, A, the brand matters, right? Back to Austin and the maid. The brand matters. People are going to Google you. I don't care how they get there. Let's fix the brand. 2, let's do some trades. Let's get some business out of each other. And now you're in my network. The guy that I got yesterday, I closed the guy yesterday, the Monday, and it's in the group, the window, the slider, the sliding glass door guy. We were talking yesterday, and I was like, come fix my daughter's window on Thursday. He's like, yeah, I'll be there at 11. I'm like, sweet. This is a guy I just charged $200 like an hour ago. And he's like, yeah, I'll be over there. And I'm like, you know what? His name's Chaim. I'm like, Chaim, that's what I love about what I do. Not only are you going to come make money from me and do business for me, but if you need an AC guy, if you need a plumber, if you need an electrician, I have 40 of these guys ready to go. And we're all in this kind of network now where they know to call me and they'll be like, hey, who do you use? Not only does that have you gained everybody's trust in your portfolio, but you won't lose the client. So I'm trying to build that locally. I'm trying to build this network locally. They don't know how much each other pays, of course, but they know I have a pretty big customer base for Google profiles. And so they know, like, I can give you a tire guy. I can give you an AC guy. I can give you a roofer. I can give you a plumber. I can give you a printer. And then what it does is I better keep that guy around because he's got so much pull with so many other contractors. And so I'm seeing that work in real time. Like, I need to put 2 tires on my car because the lease is up on the Audi. And who did I go to? Went to my tire guy, right? No brainer. He's making $600 off of me, right? But that's how we do it. So love what you guys are bringing to the table, and think outside the box on those pitches, which was like what our last call was all about. Austin, you have kids, Austin? Little ones?
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Is that a little? Is that your wife in the back with a kid?
Yeah. Yep.
I thought so.
Yep.
Yeah, mine are in school right now. Thank goodness. All right. Any other questions before we wrap this up? Because loved looking at Austin's stuff. Amanda, you're probably soaking this all up like a sponge.
Mm-hmm.
So use the tools that you have at your house. I use my house for like 60% of my pitches, like a big chunk. I'll get someone out here to look at the fence that I want that I don't have, just to pitch him. Shall we good? I'm going to do a video about that whole Google glitch so that because I'm sure it's going to come up like immediately. It can't be. Has anyone posted about it yet?
I haven't. I looked. I didn't see anything yet, but maybe I'm not typing in the right thing.
No, these things tend to like stay hidden because the members think like they don't know
What they're doing.
right. They're new and they don't know that. Yeah, nothing. I'm gonna do a video and post it in both groups because
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
/ statement. One of my clients was looking at Google Maps and noticed when the profiles pop up that in second place there's like a video happening with a lot of Google business profiles. I haven't focused that much on videos, but I thought about it because I feel like putting together a 30-second reel is very eye-catching.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I was diving down the rabbit hole last night, trying to figure out what's going on with this whole new like interface, I was seeing a lot of talk about videos being very helpful, which makes sense for whatever department or whatever genre niche, whatever niche that you have. And so my tattoo guy was actually the one that brought it up to me, and I've already made a few like 30-second like clips or whatever. And I'm excited to like obviously geotag, do all the stuff, put fun music to it, because I feel like that is something visually people are wanting to click, right? And I'm just doing like quick little like 2 seconds of this tattoo, 2 seconds of this work,
Yeah.
So just want to throw it out there for people. If we're talking about the storefront looking a certain way, even if you're an electrician, like have your electrician do a walkthrough and then you can edit it down super quickly, throw it up there, and then people are like, oh, cool, this is what they're actually doing.
Yeah, and you can even do a 30-second clip in Canva and like you said, just put stills together and then put words over it. You know what I mean? With music. And I do believe that I think Google's trying to play catch up with social media, right? They're trying to make it more eye-catching, more interactive, and that's just more proof of that.
Yeah, so I have a question running off of what Shell just said. So I have a graphic design degree, and I feel like is there somehow I can use that angle to gain, since I have to do nothing but cold call reach outs. I was talking to Jarrett earlier about something that happened yesterday with one of my reach outs. The guy was super interested, and then all of a sudden my Facebook wouldn't let me send messages. And I'm like, what the heck? This has never happened before. So it was like, couldn't send. And Chat GPT is like, well, you got to wait. You're locked out or something. So anyway, I waited like 40 minutes, still wouldn't let me send. So I saw that the guy had a WhatsApp on his Facebook. So I messaged him and I said, hey, this is Brandy from Facebook. My messenger won't let me send messages all of a sudden. I've never had this happen before. do you want me to call or send you what I do through here? And he's like, you can just send through here. And I said, okay. So I told him what I did. All of a sudden, he was not interested and I lost my lead. And so it's like, okay, if I maybe use the angle, the fact that I have a graphic design degree, because graphic design and I feel like marketing can go hand in hand to help build my credibility. Is that something that you would recommend?
Depends how much time you want to spend on each lead. So I have a girl who builds my websites, right? She'll actually build out, if she knows she's kind of got someone that's willing to listen to her, she'll actually build out like a landing page, and send it to them and be like, this could be, this is you. What do you think? I mean, she's comparing it to either no website or something that looks like complete garbage. So she'll take the time. I mean, with AI now, you can build a, you know, a landing page in 10 minutes, right? If you have that software. So she actually finds value in that, to where she's like, let me build out a couple pages in 2 hours and show people what their website should look like. And she lands a lot of clients like that. So it depends on what kind of software or tools you have available, right? Most of us are just using things like Canva, which takes a little bit of time, right? Canva is not the smoothest. But if you're really savvy at it and you can put together like a 30-second clip of what something should look like for them, start with their problem and fix it. I'm all down for it. That's why looms sell, right? People like to listen instead of like read. So if you have a visual, 100%, I would definitely use your creativity to pitch, depending on how long you think it's going to take and if the juice is worth the squeeze, right?
Because yesterday when I messaged him, just the cold call reach out, I said, are you interested in growing your business? And that's when he's like, yes, absolutely. Because I found a page and I said, I basically shared, hey, I found you on Topeka Home Show, because I know a lot of businesses go to the Topeka Home Show. I went with my parents a few times and it's just packed out with prospects. So I thought, oh, okay, cool. Let's try this. So I feel like that builds a little trust, like, okay, we're in the same page here. So he was like, heck yeah, I'm interested in growing what you got. Well, then that's when Facebook Messenger did its thing and locked me out. And I thought, great, this is going to cost me a lead because I don't know how to contact him. And then we did the WhatsApp. And then as soon as I told him about optimizing his Google profile, all of a sudden he said, well, this is just a side business. So I'm just not interested in that right now. And I'm like, you just said you're interested in growing. And then all of a sudden he found out what I did. And it's just like, bump. So it made me think, if I can utilize my design degree and somehow tie that in with the marketing, Google profiles somehow, because I feel like it sounds better than saying I optimize your Google profile. Because if what you're saying, like, with you being a business owner, you get these kinds of calls all the time and they sound pretty cheesy, if I can somehow throw in and make it sound a little sexier, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. So if you have any thoughts for me, and we can talk about it later, but I just wanted to go off what Shell said.
If you can pinpoint a problem to fix, even that guy, even going back to that guy and sending him a quick video of your face and showing him on his profile what he doesn't have. Like, I know this is just a part-time thing for you, but check this out. Just do this. I'm going to give you this one for free. I've done that. I'm going to give you this little tidbit for free. Get some products on your page. What am I talking about? This is your back end. You show them one of my back ends. You show them one of my front ends, and you show how they match. Just do that. That's my gift to you today for just having a conversation with me. I'm extremely visual too. And if you sent me a video, I'd watch it. And I'd be like, wow, she wants to help. Cool. And at the end of the day, am I going to spend the time doing it, or am I just going to run my gym? I'm just going to run my gym. If I didn't do this, I just want to run my gym. I would come back to you and be like, Brandy, how much to have you do this? I don't have time to do this. He's got no time because he's got 2 jobs. If you can get a conversation the next stage, just send him a video, whether he wants it or not.
Okay.
Nice short one, and give him in the message, be like, I know you said you weren't interested, but this is on me. Here's something for free. He's gonna watch it. Guys love free things. All right. Good job, you guys. Brandy, call me for 2 seconds after the call. You
Okay.
can call me on my phone.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.